Over the last 5 years, I've experienced a wide variety of great media, from phenomenal TV shows such as Breaking Bad, Arcane, and The Sopranos, to phenomenal books such as the Harry Potter series and what I'm talking about today, A Song of Ice and Fire. I've also gotten the chance to read a lot of really great manga such as Berserk, Vagabond the Climber, and so on. But out of everything that I have consumed, one singular book stands above the rest as the best thing that I have ever read. And that book is Book 3 of A Song of Ice and Fire, A Storm of Swords. The major reason that I like this book so much is that it has all of the major payoffs for the first part of the story that is A Song of Ice and Fire. To start off, it finishes the War of the Five Kings arc with the Red Wedding and Joffrey's death at the Purple Wedding. We then get to see one of the greatest conclusions to any story arc being Tywin's death at the hands of his son Tyrion Lannister, which I must say is much better in the books due to the inclusion of a character named Tysha, who is basically the real reason Tyrion kills Tywin in the first place. We also get some amazing development for Jon in this book, with the start of his arc being when they leave the Night's Watch and go north of the Wall, and the end of this book being when he becomes Lord Commander. Jon's story arc alone is probably enough for me to crown this book my favorite piece of media, because you watch this character go on such a beautiful journey where he literally takes a 180 on how he views himself and the world around him. One of the most underrated character journeys in A Storm of Swords that not enough people talk about is the journey that Sam and Gilly actually go on. In the books, we get to see Sam meet Cold Hands, we get to see him engage with a lot more of the White Walkers, and, a detail that I liked more than the rest, we actually get to have Sam and Bran meet each other. You see, in the books, Sam is actually the one that takes Bran beyond the wall through this really cool, mystical Weirwood gate at the base of the wall. Also in this book is debatably the greatest female peak in all of fiction, with Daenerys taking the Unsullied. This moment for Dany will truly stand the test of time for probably the rest of fiction by just how seemingly powerful she is in this moment. We really get to see Daenerys come into her own in this moment, and we finally get that, yes, that is our queen moment. She is going to take the Seven Kingdoms, and all she needs now is a little more time. Personally, however, the best arc in this book from a writing standpoint is Jaime Lannister. A Storm of Swords basically ignites Jaime's entire story for the remainder of A Song of Ice and Fire. In this book, he loses his hand, we have the bathtub scene, and we have what I consider the best scene in the entire book series, being his dream sequence, where he basically sleeps on a weirwood, then has a dream where him and Brienne are fighting the ghosts and skeletons of Jaime's past. In this outstanding dream that is only in the books, we get to see Rhaegar Targaryen and Arthur Dayne shaming Jaime for his failure to be the knight that he always wanted to be. For those of you that have seen Game of Thrones and haven't read A Song of Ice and Fire, Jaime's arc in Book 3 is basically everything he has in Season 3 of the show, but 10 times better. And then the ending of A Storm of Swords has to be the greatest ending to any book that I've ever read, with Catelyn Stark returning as Lady Stoneheart, capping off this book with a tremendous sense of dread and really letting you feel just how heavy war is. And while I haven't yet finished A Feast for Crows or A Dance with Dragons, I can probably say this with confidence that this will be my favorite book in A Song of Ice and Fire, and my favorite book in general for a long time to come.